In 2008, SaRang Church's 30th anniversary was celebrated by giving thanks for the grace to get where we are today as well as for the years to come.
세상을 변화시키는 소명자가 될 수 있도록 우리의 믿음의 마음밭을 새롭게 하여 주시옵소서.
With the hopes of influencing the world, SaRang Church begins to dream of being a disciple-making church that goes beyond Korea and into the world.
비상하라, 비상하라.
With the construction of SaRang's Global Ministry Center, a seed has been planted in the UK and Wales. SaRang Church is set to answer God's call for the next generation.
They're not Christians themselves. And I have another little grandson too, who his mum doesn't let me bring him very often. In my family, it seems to have missed a generation.
I think they find that it's boring. They find that it's just about not being told they can't do certain things. It's a burden, things like that.
영국 교회는 많은 교회들이 다 문을 닫고 있는 실정이에요. 술을 먹어가면서 만나는 장소, 펍으로 변하고 있고, 인디안 레스토랑으로 변하고 있고.
The church is becoming an ancient relic that no youth or children are seeking. Many British churches that were once the heart of the gospel in the past have either burned down, been turned into restaurants, or converted into pubs. What's even more disturbing is that the church buildings are being sold to Muslims to be used as mosques.
When did you buy?
We opened this as a mosque in October 91.
So 1991.
1991, yes.
So not so long ago.
The same places that were once used for praise, prayer, and worship by Christians are now being used for Islamic religious services. And where the Bible once stood, a Quran has been placed instead. And while the English Muslim population has increased by 500,000, the Christian population has decreased by more than 2 million. While many churches in Europe and in the UK have been slowly deteriorating, SaRang Church has obeyed the call of re-evangelizing the European continent by being prepared to serve as a discipleship training-focused missional church. As Thomas, a missionary from Wales, sacrificed much for the gospel to come to Korea, we wish to do the same. We started this ministry by looking at the Lord who will do mighty works through our small dedication. In 2011, SaRang Church took the first step towards the re-evangelization of the European continent with West, the only remaining Reformed theological seminary in Wales. In the midst of a wave of liberal theology, the school was the last line of defense for Christianity in Wales. And the dedication of SaRang Church with West has become the seed of a fire for revival in the Church of the UK.
이 꿈이 영국 전역으로 연결되기를 바라고 유럽 쪽으로 연결되기를 바랍니다.
SaRang Church has been a positive influence in the development of the next generation of Christian leaders in the UK in the past through the sharing of a healthy theology as well as their ideas. After West's partnership with SaRang Church, the seminary curriculum and professorship has been strengthened, and though the attendance in other seminaries in England has been declining, new admittance at West has increased by 35%. The prayers and service of SaRang Church members not only helped the school, but it has become a catalyst to rekindle the fire of the gospel in the hearts of the local people. One Welsh businessman who attended the opening ceremony of the SaRang Thomas building was so touched by the service of SaRang Church that he donated £430,000 to the school. Because of one businessman's dedication, the land and buildings that West had previously been renting became West's. Also, through the founding of the IFC, which is taught in English, the door has been opened to Korean, Chinese, North Korean, as well as European students from diverse cultures to come and dream of becoming the next generation of global leaders. For a stronger and specialized spreading of the gospel, the Valley Commandos was created in 2012. The Valley Commandos train local ministers and send them to the most spiritually deprived areas in the UK to start up new churches. Swansea International Church was the fourth church plant by the Valley Commandos. This church was planted through the vision of SaRang Church with the financial support from the Chinese church and led by local pastors. This church planting service has become an opportunity to reconfirm God's vision for the re-evangelization of Europe. Currently, SaRang Church is moving forward in obedience alongside the Union ministry to revive the struggling European church.
If we can see church leaders trained, equipped, going out with the knowledge of God, loving Him, and planting churches across Europe, we might see something that we've not seen in our generation for hundreds of years.
By utilizing the printing press 500 years ago, the Reformers were able to succeed in the Reformation by teaching theology students and planting over 2,500 gospel-equipped churches throughout Europe. Now, the Union ministry utilizes the internet and dreams of the Second Reformation with the goal of planting 1,000 churches in Europe. Union focuses on developing ministers in the entirety of Europe. Anyone with a passion for spreading the gospel has access through online theological seminars, which allow the program to be accessible and affordable. Also, due to the versatile nature of online education, Union desires to have campuses throughout Europe to raise members to serve the local church. Union already has 5 learning communities in the UK, plus 1 campus in Finland, and plans to have 25 learning communities in Europe within 3 years. As of March 2015, SaRang Church has entered an MOU with All Souls Church in London, one of the most prominent churches in England, to plant 1,000 churches in Europe. OM Europe plans to press forward the spreading of the gospel by planting over 500 churches, with the Union ministry within 4 years by consolidating its mission network.
우리의 예루살렘과 우리의 땅끝이 뭘까? 사랑의 교회를 중심으로 해서 앞으로 복음의 서진을 통하여 1,000개의 1,000교회를 개척하기를 원합니다.
SaRang Church wishes to move forward in God. The dream of planting churches to revive Europe is at hand. This is the duty of not only SaRang Church, but of the entire Korean church, with the power of the gospel to revive the European continent. We believe that the gospel will be able to be furthered into the world.